Hi friends, it's Miss Renee and I'm back again to do some more science with you. Today we're going to talk about another organ in our body called the lungs. You have two lungs in your chest, one on the right and one on the left. And the one on the left is just a little bit smaller than the one on the right to make room for your heart. Pretty cool. Your lungs are part of your breathing system called the respiratory system. So we breathe in air and the oxygen in the air goes into our lungs. And then the heart pumps blood to the lungs to pick up that oxygen and take it all through our body to all the different cells in our body because all of our cells need oxygen to live. Then the blood picks up carbon dioxide, which is a gas that we have to get rid of because it can make us sick. It brings it back to our lungs and we breathe it out. So in oxygen, exhale carbon dioxide. Under our lungs, we have a muscle called the diaphragm. And when we breathe in, the diaphragm pushes down to make room for the lungs because when they fill up with air, they get bigger. They expand in our chest, so it needs more room. So the diaphragm moves down. And then when we exhale or breathe out the carbon dioxide, the diaphragm moves back up to help push the air out of our lungs. So feel it. Put your hand on your stomach and breathe in. You feel your diaphragm pushes your stomach out. And then when you exhale, you feel it go back down. Pretty cool. Breathing is very important because, like I said, all of our cells need oxygen. So our lungs are very important. So it's important to keep them healthy and take care of them. So make sure you exercise. We're going to make our own lungs today. Kinda. Not real lungs, but you know what I mean. So to make your own set of lungs and see how they work, you need a plastic bottle, half of it cut off. Any size bottle will be okay. I think it might work even better with bigger bottles, but I only had small balloons and they won't fit on the bigger bottle. So I'm using this size today. No cap on it. You want it to be open. 2 straws. I cut mine shorter because my bottle's small and short, but you don't have to cut yours. I just cut some off the tops. And then you need Play-Doh, 3 balloons, and then rubber bands, or I found twisty ties actually work better for this, but you are going to need at least 1 rubber band. And then you can choose rubber bands or twisty ties. So the first thing you're going to do is take 1 straw, put it in 1 balloon up to about where the straw bends. And then you're going to use a twisty tie or a rubber band. I like the twisty ties better. The rubber band kept pinching my straw when I tried to make my own earlier. And then my lungs weren't inflating and filling up with air. So you don't want it too tight. You just want it to hold the balloon there. Then you're going to do the same thing with your other straw. Up to about the bend, twisty tie or rubber band to hold it there. Remember, not too tight because you don't want to pinch the straw. Then you're going to put those 2 straws together and you're going to twist tie or rubber band around them just to keep them from slipping apart when you put them in the bottle. Like that. This is your windpipe where the air goes into your body and down into your lungs. That's what the straw is. Then you're going to put it in the bottom of the bottle and feed the straws up through the top like this till it's sticking out. This is where we're going to use our Play-Doh. We have to fill the top that's open with Play-Doh to hold the straws there and to stop air from going down into that. So we kind of want to plug it up. But again, not too tight because you don't want to pinch the straws closed or this experiment won't not work. Don't cover the tops of them with the Play-Doh either. Kind of squeeze it on. There. So now our lungs are inside. That's the windpipe that's up by our throat that takes the air down. Now we need a diaphragm on the bottom. To make the diaphragm, you're going to take your 3rd balloon. You're going to tie it shut. Ask for help if you need help. Tying balloons is tricky. And then we're going to cut the fat end off just a little bit. I forgot to say you were going to need scissors, but you're going to need scissors. We're going to cut the fat end of the balloon off just a little bit, just so that the balloon will open so we can stretch it like this. This is going to be our diaphragm. This is the hard part. This is the hardest part of the whole thing, is getting this balloon over the opening in the bottom of the bottle to make the diaphragm. If you have somebody that could help you, one person holding it and one person stretching the balloon to cover it is the best way to do this. I just have my 2 hands today, so I'm going to have to figure it out on my own. I'll just give it a try, though. I had a little trouble with it when I was trying this by myself earlier. And it took me a couple tries, but that's okay. You don't always get things on the first time you do it. Oh, I think I might have gotten it. There you go. And then you want to put a rubber band around the edge of the balloon to hold it there because you don't want it to slip off or the experiment won't work. Okay, so here we go. Here is our lung experiment or model. Windpipe where the air goes in. The balloons are our 2 lungs, and this balloon on the bottom is our diaphragm. So usually the diaphragm is pushed up like this, and see how flat the lungs are? But when I expand the diaphragm and pull down, they fill with air. There they go. Air in, air out. See how flat they are now when the diaphragm's up? But when I pull it down, they start to fill with air a little bit. I think you would see this even better in a big 2-liter bottle because I think the balloons would get bigger, or if you had bigger balloons, but mine are small and they're in a small space. But it works. The diaphragm goes down and expands to make room, and the lungs fill up with air. And then when the diaphragm pushes up, the air goes out of the lungs and back out. So inhale the oxygen, exhale the carbon dioxide. You made a model of lungs. Good job. Come back and see me soon so we can do some more science together. I'll see you soon. Bye.